Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexa, and in today's video I'm going to see how many books I can thrift for $20. I've got a crispy $20 bill, and I don't know exactly how successful this is going to be. I feel like books at the thrift store have been getting a little expensive, so we will see what I can find. So yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along with me to a few different thrift stores and see what they have. The first thrift store I am at is the Salvation Army, and I have not been here in years, so let's go see what they have. Unfortunately, there were only a couple of books at the Salvation Army. So I'm at the next place. It's kind of a local thrift store. It's called Valley Value Center, I think. Valley Value Center. Yeah, that sounds right. It's a little bit of a drive, but every time I have come here, their book selection has been impeccable. So I'm hoping that today is no different. They also don't accept credit cards, so the $20 bill is really gonna come in handy if I find anything good here. Let's go see what they have. Guys, I don't even know if I'm ready to talk about the insane finds at Valley Value Center. I'm going to show you guys everything I got at the end of the video, but for now we are going to go into the last thrift store of the day, which is Goodwill. Let's see what they have. the time has come to show you guys everything that I got while thrifting today. I wasn't really sure what to expect because I went out on a Saturday afternoon. That is a very popular time for people to go thrifting, at least in my area, and so I wasn't sure if all the good books were already going to be taken. I also don't really know when these thrift stores put out new merchandise. I don't know if they do it daily or on weekdays, weekends. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I just wasn't really sure what to expect. So the first thrift store that I went to was the Salvation Army, and they had a very sad book section. There were a couple of Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, a few cookbooks, a few random comics and other collector items, and then The Alchemist and one other random thriller book that I haven't heard of. So yeah, that specific Salvation Army location that I went to was a fail. I don't know if other locations have a better selection of books or not, but I might check another one out in the future just to see. So yeah, after that, then I went to Valley Value Center. It was really hard to film in there because that thrift store is always bursting at the seams with customers, but their store is so big and their prices are really good. So I can understand why it's so busy all the time. I found a lot of super popular titles there, but the ones that I ended up picking up were Lightlark by Aster. I am so excited that I got this at the thrift store for $1.99, and the book is in perfect condition. As soon as I saw this, my brain was like, I feel like this book has been blowing up on social media lately. Basically, in this book, the island of Lightlark appears only once every 100 years to host a deadly game where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler will die. So yeah, I guess there are like 6 different rulers who go to Lightlark, which only appears once every 100 years. They all basically fight to the death in order to break curses and win power. One of them is definitely gonna die. I don't know how many exactly are gonna die, but we will see when I read this. The second and last book that I got at Valley Value Center is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This book has a Barnes & Noble buy one get one 50% off sticker, so I assume that it was from Barnes & Noble originally. This is the second book in the Maple Hills series. It is about 2 people who have a one-night encounter and then they end up becoming co-workers at a summer camp. And so it's kind of just about them navigating that awkward situation. And this was $1.99. The final store that I went to today was Goodwill, and I got 3 books there. The Goodwills in my area are so hit or miss. Sometimes you will go in there and they will have 900 copies of 50 Shades of Grey. And sometimes you'll go in there and they'll have brand new copies of new releases for super cheap. You really just never know what you're gonna get there, but today I was super lucky. I had like a whole stack of books that I was ready to bring home with me, but I was like, nope. We're only spending $20 today. So I did have to put a few back, but these are the ones that made the cut. First, I got The Outsiders by Stephen King. I am slowly but surely building up my Stephen King collection and making my way through his books. So this book takes place in Flint City, Oklahoma, where an 11-year-old boy is murdered. The prime suspect of this murder is Terry Maitland, one of Flint City's most popular citizens. He's a Little League coach, an English teacher, and a devoted husband and father. Detective Ralph Anderson immediately has him arrested, but as the investigation expands, horrifying new details begin to emerge. Terry Maitland seems like a nice guy, but is he wearing another face? When the answer is revealed, it will shock you, as only master storyteller Stephen King can. This book sounds riveting, so I'm excited to add this one to my collection. This book was $2.99. The next book I got is Colored Television by Danzy Senna. This book is following a writer who is living in Los Angeles. She's taking a year-long sabbatical from her job to finish her novel, and she also gets a chance to house sit for somebody who lives in the Hollywood Hills. So she's basically living at this luxurious house for free, doesn't have to work, and can just focus on writing her book. But she's not exactly sure how much success she's going to have with this book, so she ends up meeting up with a television producer who she then begins to write a comedy show with. And the synopsis says, things finally seem to be going right for Jane until they go terribly wrong. I have a feeling that this is going to be right up my alley, so I'm really excited to read it. This book is also a Good Morning America book club pick, and I want to say that it was for either November or December of last year. So yeah, I feel like somebody donated this book to Goodwill right off of a bookstore shelf. This one was a little bit more expensive. It was $5.99, but the original price is $29, so still a steal. The last book that I got is a Nancy Drew book, and this is the 7th book. It's called The Clue in the Diary. These are by Carolyn, Keene, if you don't know, and I used to love these as a kid. I started collecting these like last year, and whenever I go thrifting and I see one that comes next in the series, I will go ahead and grab it. I already have 1 through 6, and so I needed 7 next. So when I saw this one, I was like, I have to get it. And this one is also in like brand new condition. So yeah, I feel like I had some stellar finds at the thrift store today. Let's see how much all of these would have cost if I bought them new. This book is $19.99. This book is $18.99. This book is $18.99. This book is $29. And this book is $8.99. Hopefully I did the math right, but the total of all of these books new is $95.96. But I only paid $16.33 for all of these books. The only one new I could get for that price would be this book. The rest of them cost more than $16.33 for just one. So yeah, I feel like that was a pretty successful book thrifting trip. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me today to thrift some books. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know anything you want to let me know. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram and make sure that you are subscribed so that you can see more videos from me in the future. But for now, that is all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! That's pretty awkward. No, there's a fly. What am I trying to say? I can feel it. Look at all my leftover money.